Viewers, get that like button smashed for us, please. Let's get that up right now. Another big breaking bit of news that has come out not long before we went live that I want to talk about now as well. We're going to share the link actually in just a second. Let me just timestamp this part of the video so anyone watching the playback can find the sections that they want. I'm also going to share the link now if you want to phone in, if you want to call in and have your say on any of these stories or any other transfer stories or football related stories that are happening tonight. That would be amazing. Let me just share that now. And then I should be able, yes, I can, to pin that into the live chat so you can all see it. But just before we went live, and I'm going to actually search it again now. I'm just going to search Bruno and terms because some interesting news started to come out from the Middle East, from Saudi Arabia, and that was that Al-Hilal were pushing that Bruno Fernandez has agreed personal terms. And for me, they're really, really pushing hard on this news that for him to agree personal terms. Now, what I find really interesting is this. He's kind of stalling, and he's kind of, oh, okay, you're offering me 200 million, I want 230. You're offering me this length of contract, I want that length of contract. His agent's been out there in Saudi to talk to them. And for me, the interesting factor about this is Man United, I think Man United are doing the right thing. I think a lot of people are saying, why are we saying we don't want to sell him? Why are we saying we don't want to sell him? We need money. Now, we know Bruno's our best player, but equally at the same time, I think we could use that money to improve the squad, especially if the reports are true that Man United can essentially, we're going to get a signed blank check and can write whatever figure we want on it. I think it's correct that the club play it down publicly and say, well, we want to keep him. We hope that he stays, because it gives you more negotiating power when it comes to that fee. If you sit there and say, oh, we're so happy that Saudi want him, you know, what's that going to do? So don't always take the public reaction from Man United seriously when it comes to a player being sold. I've got and I don't know whether it's a horrible or a good gut feeling. I feel like Bruno Fernandez is going to leave. I think that he is going to look at this offer and see you're talking about 200+ million pound tax free. It's not, it's life changing. He's 30 years of age. Man United are 2 to 3 years away from being one of the best teams in the world. He gets to go and play at the Club World Cup. There's also the possibility in 6 months or in 12 months to even walk away from them, like we've seen Jordan Henderson do. A number of players have left before the end of their contracts. They might earn 50, 60, 70 million tax-free and then go, actually, I've had enough now. I want to move on elsewhere. But I've got a feeling that it'll go. I've got a feeling that internally, Man United are saying to him, we would like you to go. Purely a gut feeling, not a story I've read, not an article, not a journalist. I'm not pretending to know anything. Just a gut feeling. I think Man United are pushing it in a very polite and subtle way, because I think Man United want the money. As much as he's been important this year and scored goals, Cunha's come in. He's going to replace a lot of those. The club want and Burmo. He is going to replace a lot of those goals. The club want Yulkades, and I think the money raised by Bruno Fernandes, again, it would replace a lot of those goals. More control needed in the midfield. You know, we've got 125 million to spend. You sell Bruno, that's 225 million. Rashford, Garnacho, and Anthony and Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, and somebody else, Garnacho, all being sold. That's another 200 million pounds. Suddenly, then you've potentially got 200 and 400 odd million pounds to be able to spend. And I think this is about making the squad stronger. I'm not that worried about selling Bruno as an individual. I'm worried about how good the recruitment is to replace him. That's my fear. It's not him leaving. I've never been fearful of a player leaving. It's who are we going to replace him with? Who is going to pick up the leadership? Who is going to pick up the creativity that he brings us? And at the same time, we have to be mindful that in 2 to 3 years, when we're maybe ready to start winning, he might be past his best. Is there any sell-on value? Something we haven't got right at Man United for many, many a year. We did it even with some of our great players that won Premier Leagues. You know, we allowed so many of them, the Vidiches and the Rios of this world, to name just a few, to get to a point where they were past their best. Rooney even. who I love to bits. We kept him for a 2 or 3 year period where he was nowhere near his peak, where we could have sold him for an exorbitant amount of money again and then reinvested it. And I want to see the club do a better job of that. I want to see the club perform better in that way. Bruno is said to not even be that happy at the moment as well. And is he going to sign a new deal? Maybe not. What's he going to do for the next 2 or 3 years? Run that contract down and then leave for free? I just think it's something Man United have really got to consider. They really, really do have to consider. But where I'll be annoyed about selling Bruno Fernandez, if these reports today that they're pushing for him to agree the terms, or they're pushing the news that the terms are agreed. I've seen it written 2 different ways now. For me, it's very much like if we get rid of him, but the replacements are rubbish, we miss out on all our number 1 and number 2 targets, and we end up buying Dross, then I'm going to be frustrated. Then I'm going to be frustrated. I can't deny that. So, yeah, it's passing rumors as facts. No, I'm present. Oh, Jacob, is that you, bruv? Yeah, no one's passing rumors as facts. We've literally said they are rumors. We've literally said that they are rumors. So no one here is saying that we know anything. We've literally spoke about what's been said, what's going on, and everything else. And that may not actually be the Jacob who comes on, but there we go. Yeah, simple as that for me. We are reporting on the rumors, my bro. So 1 second. Hope you're well, Jacob. Yeah. Now, listen, as we say, mate, we are just talking about the stories. We put them out there. Yeah, there we go. We are just talking about the stories. Interesting story just come out here. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you guys can see. This is breaking news from that I've just seen. Is that an agreement? Agreement. Oh, right. Okay. One in the comments. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Listen, as you know, what we do on the Terrace, we have literally said it's come from these journalists. We've presented Paul O'Keefe's side of the events. We're asking that question. Absolutely. You are right. There is absolutely no official news. But you're late. Sorry, Jacob. Yeah, look, call in, bro. We'll have a little chat. Do you know what it is? Sometimes I don't know whether it's you or someone using a fake name. And if you've arrived late, yeah, we went through the stories, which were that from Sasha Tavernieri, from the Football Insider, that they've agreed. We presented what Paul O'Keefe has said, that some type of decision has been made, but they haven't said what. So obviously we're getting everybody's views, getting everybody's opinions on that in the comment section below, mate. Yes, but yeah, the link's in there if you want to call in, Jacob. We'd lovely to hear from you. But this year, let's put that comment back up. They're just up about Chelsea, actually.